rivals. I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Yellow Jackets offense takes the field for the first time today. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings. And Palmer, obviously, in the booth was pretty solid, too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe two-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Wood. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Out of the gun to give to the back. breaks into the open. The 50, the 40, the 20. He's at the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run or loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Oh, no guts, no glory. He's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Georgia's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. There he goes to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone and it'll be a touchback. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
He leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Oh, he's got some space. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The give on the option. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quickly to the tight end. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go right back to it. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Motion from the back. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they just...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
You don't see this very often. An early onside kick when you have the lead. They'll immediately call timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The running back has it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at in the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
The Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
formation here. On the snap, it's Lindsey. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Turns it on in midfield. A lot of room to the right. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the...
Turning it on! Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything.
He's loose down the left side. The tag. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Once he got some room, it was over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
And that's just nice patience and a great route. One-on-one, working the defender, taking his time, getting out of his break, locating the football, and making the catch just in time in bounds.
To the air on first down. Punts it out of the air.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. And the pass was broken up, incomplete, and there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Georgia sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Got the quick completion. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. Grab behind the line. It's Suggs. There he goes. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
The RPO, it's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Wood. That's 20. He's got space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. Looking to throw again. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Back to pass on second down. Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On third and goal, they'll throw it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He'll toss it, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They go to the ground. Jukes his way for more. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They want to throw it. They're setting up the screen. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the three. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and still on his feet. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Right back to the well. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Williamson. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Going right to work up top. Right on the money. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Wood. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Yellow Jackets can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
He'll pull it down and run. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Works the middle of the field. That should be the final play of the first half. looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. It's on target and complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll throw on 3rd and short. It's complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be looking to run. He turns it loose to the left. Makes the grab. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Georgia going back to work with another first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. From the gun, the running back has it. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Snags it! And he will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs! Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy Dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's man. Absolutely and nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll start this drive going to the air, using the quick game.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Dogs can really attack on this second and short. Fakes the grab. At the 45 on his way. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Trying to beat the D deep. Reels it in down the left side. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. The screen, he's got wheels. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended.
And that field shrinks. You've got to have the big boys down here that you can just throw it up to. Let them make plays. Make it look like run. All the big boys on the field. Slip that tight end out. Find him. They'll do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Pulls it, fired complete. Still running at the 40. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Yellow Jackets, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Caught behind the line. It's man.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Yellow Jackets with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield. It's Suggs. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. Complete downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Defense looks like they're coming. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth. It'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run on the doorstep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And That's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do. Indifferent.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Holds it in the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Throwing on the run. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Leaves it with the back. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Wood. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. They'll try to snap it quickly.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Wide open downfield. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Wants to adjust the pattern. Direct snap. It's Williamson. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Find some fresh air. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Sends it back in motion. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Lofts one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's man. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
Here's a heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw it. Got his man on the right. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Starts the drive, trying to go up top. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the front. Taking a shot.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Looking for an open area to his left. The short hands. It's Algier. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got it. 1st down and more. Ball is loose. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, you take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you to the sideline, you in the game.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
He'll take it himself. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wood. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Got his man. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
No gain on the play.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. Off the play fake. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Toss sweep to the left. Got the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. 10. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. He played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.